Hello and welcome back to MindSpanse. My name is Craig and I want to thank you for joining me. It is a glorious spring day in New York City and we're open again, mostly. So that's really awesome. And today I want to talk about, it was just a simple little thing, which is I was doing some breathing exercises and I was talking about letting go of constraints and attachments and your old patterns of behavior, and I came up with this cool exercise. So I'm going to share it with you. But first, there's a motorcycle. But first, stretch high to the sky, and when you're stretching, really push up with your hands and allow your whole spine to stretch up, and at the same time push down with your feet against the floor. And so as you do that, you'll feel this really great stretch, and breathe in deep through your nose. And then slowly out through your mouth, and relax your shoulders and your jaw. And we're good to go. So this is a great exercise. It's really simple, and it really articulates my thoughts on this releasing old patterns and moving beyond your constraints and all this kind of stuff. And so I was breathing, and I used to love holding my breath as a kid. Like I used to practice holding my breath, and actually it turned out to be a really useful thing, because I went into scuba diving training, and it was very competitive dive class, like a master dive class. And the only way to get into the class was you had to jump into the pool, do a flip underwater, swim the length of an Olympic pool there and back underwater, which most people can't do. But I could do it because I had practice of holding my breath a lot, which apparently is more dangerous than you're supposed to not do that. But in any event, the point is, when you hold your breath, eventually you need to breathe again. I'm serious. Just hear me out. It's pretty funny. So you breathe in, and the oxygen goes away, like you have to continue breathing. You have to let it go. And then you have to breathe in again, something new, right? And you think about it like, it's like holding on to these constructs. It's like they served you at a time, right? Like there was a point in time where this thing probably served you very well, this particular pattern of behavior, when you were 12 years old, or was really, really good. And now it's not useful, but you still held on to it. Just like if you try to hold the oxygen, you're forced to let it go and then breathe in again, right? And you can use that mentality, because we're always breathing, right? And of course, doing breath work and exercises. I don't spend enough time on it on these videos, which I will, but just the breathing, like we just don't breathe enough. So getting that really deep breath and hold it for a second and really release, all of it, and then breathe in again. And you'll realize, as you connect this to these patterns of behavior and various constraints and fears and things, that you need to release them and make room for new ones, right? You have to release it in order to make room for new ones. And they don't serve you anymore. You've used them completely, probably for 20 years. And it's time to let them go. Really, just let it go. And I know it seems hard, because it's like something that you feel it's like almost a part of you, like a limb or something, but it's not actually. You can just, every time you breathe out, think about letting one of these things go. And if you don't know, sometimes we forget what it really was in the beginning. Go listen to my Letting Go series, or my Letting Go guided meditation, and there's lots of exercises on how to actually unwind the knots of constructs and patterns to figure out what was the underlying first thing, and you loosen the knot and you try to figure out So there are ways to do that, and I give you lots of exercises on how to do that, so that at least you can identify what was that underlying construct, so that when you breathe out, that's what you're letting go. And you free yourself to new adventure and challenges and new constructs that hopefully you do not get attached to. You just use them as you need them, and you let them pass through you like clouds blowing across the sky. So that's what I got today. So breathe in, breathe out. Let go of constructs. Let go of patterns. Let go of fears. They don't serve you anymore. They probably served you at one point, but not anymore. And use that as a time to not be attached to anything like that. Let's let those things just pass in and out. Like watching a child have an emotional, they cry and they laugh in every 2 seconds, and if you attach yourself, you'll go crazy. And all parents do. I did in the beginning, and then I'm like, now you're laughing. What happened to the screaming fit that everyone in the block thought I was some sort of psycho parent? And so anyway, have fun and enjoy the spring, and definitely subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, like it, and have a great day. Thank you.